Well, if you are on the internet, you probably know about the most popular rap feud out there right now. We are talking about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. The rappers have been battling it out using diss tracks, some up to 6 minutes long. In the past 3 weeks, the two have released 8 tracks, making some serious claims against each other. Of course, this back and forth of diss tracks isn't the first, and it probably won't be the last.
Yeah, joining us this morning to help break it all down, Drake and Kendrick's feud. It is wild, is the one and only 9 News race and equity expert. If I could talk today, Dr. Rosemarie Allen. I'm just so hyped because we've been talking about this.
Your blood pressure is a little high this morning, yeah.
Absolutely. So this has just been so crazy, and it's really taken people by storm on the internet. It started out with Metro Boomin, Kendrick's one verse in that kind of came at Drake, and 2 weeks later, Drake popped off with 2, Kendrick popped off, and it's just been crazy since then. So can you give us a little bit of a rundown of what we're dealing with here and why everyone is so invested?
Absolutely. And you know, we really need to think about the history of rap battles that are deeply steeped in the African oral traditions of storytelling. That's where it comes from. And then when we look at the storytelling and what's happening, rap battles are really deeply rooted in hip hop culture. And when we look at that hip hop culture and lyricists, so rap battles allow for artists to really become lyrical geniuses, is what we're seeing with Kendrick Lamar and Drake right now, and to assert dominance in the hip hop community.
It requires a level of knowledge and then applied to that skill that they already possess. It's incredible. I want to talk a little bit more about the history that you were going there. What is the origin of rap battles? How far does this go back?
Well, again, it goes back to the African tradition of storytelling. And then when we look at how that tradition has passed through generations to America and the African American community, and then it really started with this playing the dozens, comedic insults back and forth with individuals. And then in the 1970s in New York, when they really had rap battles and MCs, it was a way to establish dominance in the hip hop world. And then the delivery became more complex with more complex content. And then the dissing started. The dissing, and one of the unfortunate extreme examples of that was the battle between Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur,
yes,
which
notorious,
actually ended in their deaths. So it's a long history there of how this has taken place.
And they used to do a lot of those like on stage together in person. Now these artists, you know, Kendrick and Drake, they've had time to kind of work their craft in the studio, put it out, do their research, and this has really bubbled up with some intense accusations as you've been following along as well.
Absolutely, and it's getting to be a little bit severe. We thought that once Kendrick came back and kind of uncovered some things and made things visible about Drake and his past, that it would end, because he kind of slaughtered him in that last one. But then I understand Drake has just come back out with a new one, and Kendrick has been silent. And sometimes silence is power. So we'll see what happens.
I just really quickly, we have 30 seconds. I want to ask, because you seem a little bit concerned about the direction that rap battles are going. Of course, we like to say in fighting, use your words. They are, though, but it seems like it's going a little bit too far sometimes.
Sometimes it can, like what happened with Shakur and Biggie.
Smalls,
But I'm thinking with Drake and Kendrick,
they might be bringing it back.
I think so. I think Kendrick Lamar, he's won. And he has no need to prove himself. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. Yes.
I mean, if Dr. Allen says that, we declared a winner on 9 News Mornings. How about that? Dr. Allen, thank you for breaking that down for us. Appreciate it.
It was fun.
It was fun to follow.